Could it possibly make sense for the Denver Broncos to reunite with an old friend? So, according to this tweet right here from Tom Pelissero, the Raiders are waiving veteran edge rusher Malik Reed per source. He has 16 career sacks. Most of them actually came with the Broncos. And I tweeted here that there could possibly be a reunion with the Broncos in the works. So, as far as Malik Reed is concerned, he had 8 sacks in 2020 for the Broncos, which actually led the team that year. That was the year that Von Miller went down with a season-ending injury, and Bradley Chubb also dealt with some injuries. So Malik Reed kind of emerged as the Broncos' quasi number one pass rusher. He was an undrafted free agent by the Broncos back in 2019 out of Nevada. After that 8-sack campaign, he followed it up with a 5-sack campaign in 2021, but ever since then, it's been kind of rough for him. I remember the Broncos traded him to the Pittsburgh Steelers right out of training camp of the 2022 season, and he ended up only registering 1 sack with Pittsburgh. And this year, he only played in 4 total games with the Raiders, recording 0 sacks. I feel like Malik Reed could make sense to come back to Denver, though, since the Broncos are currently dealing with some injuries at the edge rush spot, particularly with Nick Bonitto. Nick Bonitto was sorely missed as the Broncos' speed rusher in the game against the Detroit Lions, and I feel like that somebody such as Malik Reed could come in and at least spell Nick Bonitto as like a situational pass rusher. I don't really like how Malik Reed plays the run, but that's also one of the issues with Nick Bonitto. So if you think about it, Malik Reed could almost be like an ideal backup to Nick Bonitto. A lot of Malik Reed's sacks, if I'm being completely honest, were cleanup sacks. Not many of them were him winning at the line of scrimmage. But in terms of few snaps that the Broncos could use on the edge rush without Malik Reed or without Nick Bonitto in the fold, I do think that Malik Reed could make some sense here. So I'm curious, Broncos country, if you guys feel like a reunion with Malik Reed could make any sense. I feel like the Broncos should wait until he clears waivers and then potentially bring him onto the practice squad. And if Nick Bonitto is unable to play this Sunday against the Patriots, maybe you think about calling up Malik Reed for that game. Even though he doesn't really need to learn the system because it's really just pass rush. He'd just be rushing the quarterback out there. So there's not a whole lot schematically for him to learn if he's just coming in as like a situational player. So I feel like that could be a possibility even if he doesn't have a whole lot of practice with the team. But I'm curious about your thoughts on this, Broncos country. Do you feel like the team should give Malik Reed a call? Drop those comments down below, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts as always. Be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are 2 free and easy ways to show your support. Helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out and helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. And until next time, guys, I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.